Welcome back to the 19th episode of Not Fully Qualified. I'm Sarah.
That would make me Taylor.
And this podcast is all about navigating adulthood, career changes, our second puppy, and building a life together. And seeing if we remember how to podcast.
And seeing if we remember how to podcast while we figure this all out.
And fully owning it that we clearly don't know what we're doing, but we're figuring it out as we go.
As you can tell from our well-rehearsed intro.
So we took a little break during the holidays, and I think our last episode posted on Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve, just do a little quick recap. We spent dinner at your brother's house.
We did, and we had a fun time. We played our classic game of Shake and Feel.
Yeah, it's a family classic.
It's a family traditional game that we play at Christmas where a member of the family brings a gift. They're the only ones that know what it is. And you sit around in a circle and you take turns asking yes or no questions to try to guess what the gift is.
Yep. So, for example, you can be like, does it
contain plastic?
Yeah. Does it contain plastic?
You use it in the bedroom.
Is it battery operated?
You use it in the kitchen.
Can you wear it? Things like that. And then you're also welcome to guess what it is at any point. And you can feel it. You can scrunch it. Obviously, you can't open it. But
we had two gifts this year.
We had two gifts this year.
I won one of them.
You did win one of them. But I will say that I did the assist for your layup. Because
yeah, but I'm usually the one that gets it. So.
Yeah, but you were going to guess something else. And
but
I almost guessed that, but then I second-guessed myself.
I do have a knack for guessing things. So.
You do. But I will say, you fully admitted that you were going to completely guess something different until I guessed mine.
I would have guessed something different, and then it would have came back around and I would have gotten it.
So my guess was thick socks. And I almost guessed a slipper, but then I second-guessed myself and went with socks. And then you guessed slippers, and they ended up being these little mop slippers that are in the shape of, or they're not in the shape of cats, but they have little cat faces on them. And you can take off the mop attachment on the bottom, so supposedly you can clean the floors.
I don't know if they're necessarily mops. I think it's more like a duster thing, like a dusting mop.
Well, it's almost like a Swiffer.
Yeah, but I don't think that's like, I don't think it's gonna like do well.
No. It's very much like a gag gift, or I feel like they would sell those at the Japanese store.
Like it's almost like a screen cleaner. Would be better for like a screen cleaning.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, it's like one of those. Remember those Japanese stores that have like, they have like these dollar Japanese stores, and they just like have the most random stuff in them.
Kind of, yeah, maybe.
Well, anyways, that's for sure something that would be there, especially with the cats on it. And then our gift, we didn't think anyone would get, but it actually did get guessed. I mean, we did have to give quite a few. I
gave a lot of big hints that gave the gift away. Well, because
our gift, which we can tell them about, our gift was something that a lot of people probably don't know exists, so it would be really impossible to guess.
Bed scrunchie.
Bed scrunchie, and tell them why
the
we
bed scrunchie is the greatest invention ever. And most people don't know
we get sponsored by
most people
bed
don't
scrunchies.
know this exists, and it's amazing. What it does is it keeps your fitted sheet nice and taut on your bed, so there's no wrinkles anywhere on your fitted sheet. Because that was like my biggest pet peeve, is that the fitted sheet would come like undone or not, come untucked, and then there would be like wrinkles that you would feel on your back, on your legs. And every single time before I got into bed, I would always fix my side. And my beautiful wife would say that she fixed her side, but...
I also don't move around that much, so I think part of the reason it would get messed up is because of you.
So anyways, Bed Scrunchie, if you're listening to this, sponsor our podcast, please.
But yeah, it was exciting to see someone guess it, because even with all the hints, I still didn't think anyone was going to guess it.
I gave some pretty big hints.
Yeah, well, we had to, because
it would have never gotten good. The first round, there was not a single yes question.
Right.
Every single question that was asked was no.
Right. Yeah.
And that's rare.
Yeah. That's always a fun game to play. And, I busted out our new meat grinder for the first time. And I've never ground meat in my life. And Taylor also was working that day, so I was doing it by myself. And I made
And you did
these
great.
meatballs.
They're
It
killer.
actually wasn't as difficult using the meat grinder as I thought, but it was a little intimidating at first because it's.
I think that the meat grinder was a great buy.
You mean
or gift.
wedding registry gift?
Wedding registry gift.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's really easy to use. We just have the KitchenAid attachment, and yeah, I mean, and it's pretty easy to clean. So all around, and I think it does make a difference in the taste. Since then we've also ground chicken. I think that's it though.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, for the meatballs I ground beef chuck and pork loin, I think. And I think it was supposed to be like a 75-25 split, but I actually ended up doing 50-50 because I forgot that the pork that I had was more than I needed for my recipe. And I just stuck it all in. And yeah, so I made these meatballs and like a marinara sauce. So I was really happy to see most of that get eaten. And then I made a trifle, like a cookie jar trifle, which is Oreo and cookie dough. And then it had chocolate pudding. Oh. This land shark over here. I have to watch out. Literally everything. Thank you.
Yeah, your cookie dough trifle was really good. I think the star of the show though was the meatball sliders.
Meatballs, yeah, definitely. And then on Christmas Day, what did we do that morning?
Went over to my parents.
Oh yeah, I made.
What did we do that morning? We did not even celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, I made cinnamon rolls.
Made cinnamon rolls, and I was what was I doing? Oh, I was
wrapping.
wrapping.
Santa's workshop was.
I think I wrapped 18 presents on Christmas morning.
Yeah, it was my mistake kind of putting off my annual cookie boxes that I make every year till the week before Christmas, because then I was like, okay, I didn't get to wrapping. I was proactive in buying the gifts early this year, but then I didn't get a chance to wrap it that week. And then because I was cooking so much for Christmas Eve, I also didn't get a chance to wrap gifts then either. So Taylor wrapped all of the gifts that day. And then I prepped these cookie butter cinnamon rolls, which I think also turned out really well.
Yeah.
And I brought them over to your parents' house, and your parents kind of do an open house type of thing. So immediate family was there first, and then all the little kiddos were running around.
I think we only brought back like 3 cinnamon rolls.
Yeah,
or
I think
4
so.
cinnamon rolls out of 12.
Yeah, and one of your cousins said it was the best thing he ate this whole year, which I was like, that's probably the best compliment I've ever gotten on my food.
It was really good.
So I'm glad that everyone liked that. And then we were able to bring the dogs, and the dogs did really well. Your parents have a golden retriever who's 4 years old, so a year older than Waffles. And this was only the second time that Katsu's been around her too. And I think your parents were really surprised that 3 dogs wasn't
too much,
too wild.
Yeah. I think they were quite surprised.
And I was glad that they were pretty well behaved too, because it was kind of sprinkling off and on. But thankfully on Christmas it kind of cleared up a little bit. The ground was wet, but it wasn't really raining too much, so that was nice. And Katsu was getting a little bit more brave and exploring the backyard by herself, and occasionally letting people pet her. Of course, she has to get every squeaker toy right now. And then that evening we ordered food, and I got 3 Yahtzees.
Yeah, that was Christmas Eve?
Yeah,
or
it was
Christmas
Day. I was like, it's a Christmas miracle. I haven't had a Yahtzee in probably like months, and then I got 3, and you even got a Yahtzee that day too.
You got 2 in one game.
You got back-to-back Yahtzees.
You got 2 in one game.
Yeah, I got 2 in one game, and also the first time I got a Yahtzee, I was so mad because I had zeroed out my Yahtzee. Then finally got a Yahtzee, but yeah, then I got 2 more. I don't know. I was really on fire. I said I should have played the lotto that day because I've never even been close to having 3 Yahtzees. Oh, Mr. Jinx is trying to make an appearance on the pod. And then it's funny because I don't think we actually really opened gifts until the next day.
Yeah.
Like we were all about the family and spending time together.
Yeah, our Christmas morning was shot because we did gift wrapping, and you were making all the cinnamon rolls
getting prepped. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was busy, and then we had to walk the dogs and all that stuff. So And then New Year's Eve, Taylor and I have this tradition where we usually make a really bomb dinner. And this year, I kind of felt uninspired that morning. So I hadn't really planned a menu yet, and Taylor had to work. And after all the cooking over the holidays, I was like, I'm not really feeling it. But then at the gym, I was starting to get more ideas, and I was using AI to come up with a menu. So I was like, okay, I have this whole thing planned. I was gonna try making there's these viral soup dumplings. They call it like viral soup dumpling lasagna or something.
Yeah.
It looks kind of good though, and it's like less work.
Just reminds me of what was your lasagna soup or whatever?
Okay, Taylor's a hater about lasagna soup, but I thought lasagna soup was really good.
Lasagna soup dumplings does not.
No, it's not lasagna soup. It's like soup dumpling lasagna, but it's not like Italian flavored. It's just lasagna because it's layered instead of being in a dumpling form.
It just sounds like lasagna soup, or whatever it's
No,
called.
it does. You're such a hater. Also, lasagna soup is good. So, no, this is like a soup dumpling, but you just layer it.
I don't know. Every single person I asked about lasagna soup had the same impressions that I had.
I didn't realize it was so polarizing, but literally it has very high ratings online. So all the online people agree with me that lasagna soup combines two of my favorite things, soup and lasagna.
Yeah, no.
Delicious. Very hearty.
I don't know.
But no, these soup dumpling lasagnas you just layer them with the wonton wrappers. And so you don't have to actually make the dumplings. So it's less work. So anyways, I was intrigued by it. I was going to try it out. But then I got this pretty gnarly headache. And I haven't had a headache in a really long time. And then, of course, I didn't realize we were also out of Advil.
Yeah, that made you go down and out.
It made me go down. I think also going to the gym and then running errands, it just kind of started getting increasingly worse. And then I needed to lay down. And then it was like 4 hours later of me laying down. Just laying down, not even watching TV, just in the dark.
And we had Tylenol. You just didn't want to get up and get it.
Yeah, because, I don't know, my headache was hurting. I was hoping it was going to go away. I was drinking a lot of water, but it was pretty gnarly. So I kind of took that as maybe my body telling me to take a chill pill on all the cooking because we had done a lot of cooking over the holidays. Jinx, you want your time to shine?
It's definitely an animal podcast.
Yeah. and then New Year's Day, yeah. We've been getting a lot of rain in Los Angeles too. So it was rainy. I can't even remember what we did that day. I think we mostly just chilled.
New Year's Day, we just chilled.
Just had a low key dinner. Played some more Yahtzee.
New Year's Eve, we were in bed before 10.
Yeah, definitely in bed before 10, especially with my headache.
And
so
then
really
New Year's Day, we woke
here.
up, we watched a little bit of the Rose Parade.
Oh, yes.
And then we kind of just relaxed. Didn't do anything.
Yeah, it was nice. So some of the wins that we've had. So Katsu got her final vaccinations last week. So when this podcast airs, because they told me I needed to wait 1 week for the vaccination antibodies to be good to go. And so tomorrow, which is when this will post, she will be unleashed upon the world. Watch out.
Is she ready? I don't think so, because all she wants to do is eat treats all day.
Yeah, definitely not sure that's going to go because even in the stroller right now, she's been barking at a lot of people and dogs. And obviously, she doesn't quite know how to walk on a leash totally. So it'll be interesting. I think my plan is to take her in the stroller with Waffles on our normal walks so that Waffles can get her walk in. And then when we come home, just take her out for a little bit on the block and see how far we get and what that's like. But yeah, wish me luck because Taylor will not be there. So
I'll be there in spirit, though.
This will be an interesting experience to see how she does. Thankfully, she's highly food motivated, so
she's digging into food right now in my hands.
Yeah, and then Waffles is wondering why she's left out. So that's exciting. Katsu was also 27.5 pounds last week, and she's 4 months old. And
is that big?
It seems big. It seems big, and she seems almost as tall as Waffles. So
Yeah, so Waffles' parents were both a mix of
Yeah,
a
golden doodles.
golden doodle mixed, and then Katsu's parents, one was a full uh,
Poodle.
bred poodle, and the other one was a golden doodle.
Yeah.
So we're thinking that she's gonna be bigger since poodles are generally bigger. So she might be tipping the scales at that 60 to 70 pound range.
Yeah, it should be crazy.
Which would be crazy because Waffles, when she's fully grown out with all her hair, is at like the 55 pound range, and people already say she's big.
Yeah. Yeah, her hair makes her.
Every time people
really
see
big.
Waffles, they're like, whoa, she's so big.
I think they think I'm going to say 70 or 80 pounds. And then when I say 55, they're like, oh.
She's like, wow, she's so big. And she's really, like, to us, she seems normal size.
Yeah. To us, she seems normal size, even though she's really tall. And then when I see other people's dogs, even when they're golden retrievers, I'm like, why are they so short?
Yeah. His legs are all stubby looking.
Yeah, because Waffles, I don't have to bend down. She's right at my hip. I don't have to bend down to pet her. And then other dogs, I'm like, I have to bend down to pet you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, wish us luck because this little monster is going to be out and about in the world. And then we just recently had our friends Mike and Jen and Alex over for dinner, and you smoked up some ribs in the rain.
And I didn't mess it up this time.
You did a great job with the bark. It was delicious. Salt and pepper is still, I think, just the king flavor, which is so, you wouldn't expect it. You would think that having some kind of sauce and all that stuff, those are good, but they don't beat the salt and pepper.
Yeah, I agree.
And I made the smashed cucumber salad that I made for our friends miss. And for some reason, it came out like a little salty, saltier than the last time. So I'm not sure what happened there. And then I think overall it was really fun. We played Yahtzee. It was our friend's first time playing Yahtzee. Oh, and they gave us this little game, this couples game that we'll have to play soon and report back on. And they said, basically, I think it seems like one of those games that just asks you like deep questions.
Yeah.
So kind of to deepen your relationship, questions you might not ask each other on a regular basis. So excited to play that because they said it was really fun. And they also gave us a traditional Japanese cookbook, which I took a look through, and it's funny because it says simple Japanese, and yet I'm like intimidated by some of the.
Does it look hard?
I mean, some of the things look a little challenging because it has like making your own gyoza wrappers or making the noodles and then making a dish. So I mean, it looks amazing. I'm sure fresh wrappers and fresh noodles are like, especially homemade.
That's how they always get you with these recipes.
I know, because they put the recipe of like, here's this, I don't know, udon recipe or whatever, and you're like, great, but then it's like, see page 242 for the noodles and see page 364 for
sauce,
the homemade sauce, and like, and you're like,
and then that page is like 4 pages long.
Yeah, it's how they get you. But I am excited to try some of the stuff in there. And then
we should just like, I feel like it'd be fun to cook a cookbook from cover to cover.
That's a lot.
And just be like, all right, I'm gonna make.
That's a lot.
I don't know.
I mean, that'd be awesome. I don't know that there's a cookbook that I've looked at every single recipe and wanted to make every single thing.
Well, it's not. I feel like it's just
the challenge. I can't wait to taste your food.
I knew you were going to say that.
As you work your way through the cookbook.
And you're the one that wants to meal prep all by yourself. Okay.
I mean, yeah, so we've been meal prepping on Sundays for however long that we stopped our meal service plan. Probably since
a little before
August, maybe?
Yeah, a little before the wedding.
And so I was just thinking, because it just takes up the whole day.
Because we're making literally 26 meals. Like, a whole week's worth of food is not gonna take like an hour to cook.
I know. It just sucks up the whole Sunday. So I was just trying.
It takes up like 2 to 4 hours of
It
the
takes
Sunday.
up the whole Sunday.
No.
Including all the dishes and everything. It's hours.
2 to 4 hours max.
No. All the chopping and all the grilling and all the sous vide and all the oven, and usually there's multiple things that need to go in the oven, so there's a backup. Like, I would say way more than 2 hours.
2 to 4.
I'd probably say 4 to 8.
No, not 8 hours of like actual like.
And including the dishes.
Like actual like work 8 hours? No.
Yeah, no. And including the dishes.
Oh, that's a lot.
I said 4 to 8.
8 hours is a long time.
I know, and it feels like we're doing it all day.
8 hours is a whole work day.
Probably because you usually want to do a Sunday dinner after meal prepping, and that's probably why it feels like it's 8 hours, because it's 28 meals instead of just 26. But yeah, so we're still figuring that out. If anyone has any meal prep ideas of how they do it, do you do it all in one day? Do you do it twice a week? Just curious, because it just seems like it just sucks up all of Sunday.
Yeah.
So
maybe
I was just trying to think of some other ideas on how to prevent that, but you shot them all down.
Because it's the only other option is for you to meal prep during the week, and I know you don't want to cook. If it takes 2 of us 8 hours, how long is it going to take one person?
Maybe it's like 4 to 6.
How long is it going to take one person? Okay,
time.
one person, 4 to 6 hours. That's 12 hours, one person.
Yeah.
6 to 12 hours, one person.
I don't know. I just hate that that's all Sunday is. We finally got our marriage license back, which I was very skeptical on based on my last conversation with them. But we finally got it, so that's really exciting. That's a huge win. It only took 2.5 months. We're official, and
the state of California now has a hand in our marriage.
Yeah. They now recognize us as being married. And I am changing my last name, but I'm probably not doing that until after our honeymoon, because I've heard it's a long process and I don't want that to jeopardize my passport for our honeymoon. So speaking of our honeymoon, a win is that we finally booked our flights to Thailand.
Have we checked our passports? Are we all good?
Well, okay, so mine expires July 2026.
Okay.
And I guess they have this, my mom sent me this little blurb, and then also AI was kind of mentioning it, that they recommend that you have at least 6 months on it before it expires.
Ouch.
So hopefully that's not an issue for me. Hopefully I don't get trapped in Thailand. But I mean, it's like 5 months.
Why do you need at least that?
I guess I don't know, they have an issue with it. They can deny you or something like that. I don't know. Coming back into the U.S.
Really?
It says they recommend having at least 6 months.
Coming back into the U.S.?
Yeah, because this is a U.S. policy that they recommend having 6 months on your passport. Wow. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if that's just because maybe you'll extend your travel and whatever you forget. I don't know. But AI also mentioned this, but then I was also asking it, like, I don't think I can get my passport turnaround quick enough with my name change.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So it doesn't really make sense for me to get a passport renewal now and then to have to change it in a month. So fingers crossed. My mom's like, you should definitely check that. And I'm like, who do I ask? Like, how do I check if that's okay?
Well, passport control people?
Yeah, I don't really know who to ask about that. So, yeah, hopefully it's not an issue. I'm going to try to look into it a little bit more, but I mean, it's still valid. So I don't see why would that be a problem?
Yeah, you're fine.
Anyways. But yeah, so we finally booked our flight. We really wanted business class so badly, but the difference between premium economy, which also premium economy is like barely better than economy, but premium
You
economy.
get a footrest.
Yeah,
you get a footrest. Let's
Yeah.
not forget that.
Yeah, you get a footrest, and that's pretty much it. But the cost difference is like 10 grand more for business class, which sucks because having the lay down seats for a 15-hour flight.
Let's just put it this way. The cost of business class from LAX to Thailand is the same cost as our whole entire 22-day trip to Italy.
Yeah. Just for the flights.
Just for the flights.
So we really wanted to do it because it's our honeymoon, but couldn't swallow that pill. So we went with premium economy. Hopefully our backs don't kill us and hate us. And we have one of our hotels, and then our fail is that our trip is in less than 2 months, and we still need the rest of our hotels and transportation, but we're working on it and getting more excited about that. And we also need to get there's some shot that that they highly recommend to be able to eat street food safely, so I need to look into getting that soon too, because that would be a huge buzzkill to get sick on the trip. So really hoping that doesn't happen. And just a fun little homeowner gripe is that our fridge, even after
our fridge freaking
even
crapped
after
out again.
I think they've been here. Have they been here 2 or 3 times?
3 times. 2 times.
Well, one time they came to inspect, and then the last 2 times they actually came to fix.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I guess you're right. 3 times.
And it's still.
And they never text me back today. They never text me back.
The home warranty is We've already complained a lot about the home warranty people, but it's just such a pain. They texted you saying that they are ordering a part, and we're like, what part?
Yeah.
Because they haven't come, unless they already knew what the problem was and they didn't want to order the part until they knew for sure that still wasn't fixed, and then now they order the part, which is probably very likely.
Very likely.
Because we're like, what part? You haven't even been here to see.
Yeah. So
what the new issue is. But yeah, hopefully we can get that figured out. And then, hi. I'd also say some wins for Katsu is she's been having far less accidents.
Yeah.
And so that's big. And then last night, I wasn't really going out of my way to not let her nap, but she was chewing her toys until bedtime. And so then today she slept until I think it was 4:40 a.m., which is an hour later than she has been. And that's big. That's big for her.
Yeah, I think that's the latest or the longest she's ever slept.
Yeah. And she still thinks she's a rooster and has to wake everybody up when she thinks it's morning. So she went out at 4:40, put her back to bed, which is nice that she's actually also
going back to bed
and not barking right away. So she settled until about 5:30, and then we've been using AI's advice to hold firm on the 6 a.m. So then she just barks until 6 a.m. basically. But yeah, she thinks she's a rooster and needs to wake everybody up that it's morning. But I'm getting back into my 6 a.m. yogas this week, so she actually will get her wish of her morning starting a little bit earlier. And we were just talking about how we think we might be getting close to needing a dog trainer for her because not just from those issues, but mainly from her counter surfing. Her counter surfing is aggressive because originally she started because she got the steak, and then she's occasionally gotten a few more things. So she just constantly is doing that, and it's really difficult to try to catch her before she does it when you're also doing other stuff. So the counter surfing is really bad. And then, she's still pretty shy around people, like strangers, but she's starting to get a little bit more comfortable. So that's progress. Just a little bit interested in seeing how she'll be in the outside world since, like I said, in her stroller, she's been kind of barking at a lot of people and dogs. So I don't want her to be that dog that barks at everybody. And so
you got so lucky with Waffles. Waffles does not bark at
Yeah,
all.
occasionally. Usually she'll only bark if the other dog starts it.
If we're walking, though, she doesn't bark at a single person.
No, she doesn't ever bark at a person. Yeah. So, yeah. Sweet angel.
This girl is chocolate wasted right now. I'm trying to keep her up.
Yeah. So we're thinking it's maybe almost time to get a dog trainer. She also still has separation anxiety.
Severe separation anxiety.
If she's not around me or Waffles. She's okay.
Dad, kicked to the curb.
Dad, chopped liver.
Dad's chopped liver. Sorry, I got my girl over here. She's my ride or die.
But yeah, if she's with her emotional support dog, she's fine. And if she's with mom, she's fine. But anybody else,
not fine.
Not down. And today I had a really good coaching class, and we did some 2025 reflections. So some of the things I was just reflecting on was, I think personally, 2025 was the biggest year for me. Obviously we got married and we got Katsu and we had all these really awesome wedding milestones, like our joint bachelorette party. We had 2 wedding showers, which was awesome. I got to see a lot of my friends and my best friends more than I have in many years with all of the wedding festivities, which was just so awesome and such a blessing. And so I'm really grateful for that whole experience. Same with being able to see family more than usual. So all of that was just super nice. And starting our podcast this year and, moving through the fear of being seen and heard, posting on social media, putting yourself out there, things like that, leaving my corporate job, all of the internal growth that I experienced this year. I definitely think I had more internal growth this year than any year before. So
I love that.
Thinking about all of those things. I still have a long way to go, but it's because it's easy to think about all the things that you haven't done still yet. So reframing it as even being grateful and appreciating and recognizing, any growth, any learnings
that
happened over this
way.
year.
I think you've come a long way.
Yeah.
There's still a lot to go.
Still a lot to go. I finally studied some yoga today again. So I got 2% higher. So I'm at 91%.
Whoa, we're
So
almost
close.
there.
Except I know I'm going to have a lot of studying to do because it's been such an elongated process. But yeah, like I said, I'm getting back into my 6 a.m. yoga classes, which is kind of crazy because ever since the wedding, I haven't been going to yoga quite as much because we basically got Katsu right after, and it's just been, the gym's been a little bit easier to coordinate going to with her. And so I was like, okay, I'm ready to get back into it. I miss going to yoga more consistently. And then my yoga teacher, she moved home for a bit, moved back to Arizona for a bit, basically right before the wedding. She's coming back this week. So I was like, oh, how serendipitous that basically we almost took the same break.
There you go.
And when I'm ready to come back, you're back. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to see her. She's my favorite yoga teacher. Shout out to Talia. She's actually the one who suggested that I become a yoga teacher. So excited to see her and catch up. And it probably means getting back into we're already waking up early with Katsu, but we're not necessarily getting out of bed permanently at those hours. But I am interested in getting up at our early time again, have more hours in the day.
I think we can get there. It's because now we're not getting woken up at 11 or 12 or 1 or 2.
Well, this morning when I woke up at 4:40 and to let her out, I was like, I was like, okay, I could just stay up right now. And not that I really got that much more sleep, but I was like, ugh,
I don't think I
it's
fell.
so dark.
I
And
don't think I
feel,
really like fell asleep again until.
No, yeah, because I kept being paranoid that she's gonna bark a bunch. But yeah, she did sleep for a little bit longer. But I'm kind of the the daytime and evening me are ready for the earlier wake up time, but the actual morning me is
Not so much.
not as down when it's all cold and dark still. But what would you say? Do you have any other highlights to add for 2025?
I think getting married was probably one of my biggest highlights. Getting married and getting a second dog.
Yeah.
Pretty big milestones for us.
Definitely. And hopefully you're on the road to recovery for your back pain and
Oh yeah, finally got
PT.
physical therapy going, so that was really cool. I guess that's another highlight for the tail end of 25.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm proud of you. I've been on the weekend, I did some of his physical therapy exercises, and they're all core building. And the first day I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. And then the second day I was definitely feeling it.
They're humbling.
I was definitely feeling it.
They're
I
humbling.
actually did some dips today, and I didn't do dead bug, but I did bicycle. But
they're humbling.
yeah, they're humbling. The one where your forearms are on the medicine ball, and then you're in a plank, and then you have to basically like stir the pot, but stay in the plank is that lights you up.
It torches your abs. Yeah.
That lights you up.
Yeah, so hopefully that starts to help. I don't know. I've got prescribed 12 weeks of physical therapy, and I've been to two classes. Yeah, two.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but I'm proud of you for finally.
We'll see what happens. Now I just need to like get my shoulder.
Seriously. I know, but now you have another pain.
This has been bothering me for like 2 months already. It's ever since we got waffles or Katsu.
Literally falling apart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get stuck carrying all
all
of
our
our luggage in
another.
Thailand.
Yeah, if it's not one thing, it's another.
Yeah, but I told you have to get it together so you can be a Disney dad. Because I can't carry all the stuff and all the kids, and that's what Disney dads are for.
I'll try.
I'll try. And then just reflecting on some 2026 goals. I think we've shared we want to interview more people on our podcast, so we're going to work on that.
Sorry for the dog breath.
We're excited to go to one of my bucket list places, Thailand.
Woo!
And my brother is getting married this year.
Woo!
And one of my other friends is getting married this year.
Your other friend?
Eliab and Grace are getting married. And I want to go up to Seattle since we didn't go last year, see my friends and family, and finish my yoga teacher certification. Hopefully see where that can go, and really start to see where the rest of my dreams can go for my career. And hopefully, as much as I'm terrified, get pregnant this year.
Woo!
Which is
Woo!
the biggest adventure. Definitely do not feel qualified for that. Those are some of we definitely want to talk to a lot of experts to get us prepared. So hopefully we can schedule some of those, and whoever else finds those interesting and helpful, to keep tuning in. Any other goals that you have for 2026?
No. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, start a family.
Get healthy.
Get healthy.
Get your body healthy.
Get my body back to where it's supposed to be, so I can get back to my normal workouts.
Yeah, for me, I need to do more research on how to even prep my body.
And then
that.
Get Katsu to be a normal puppy.
Well, she's a normal puppy, but get her trained to be a well-trained dog.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it.
I think that sums it up.
Thanks for tuning in to the 19th episode. We're almost at 20. Isn't that crazy?
Can't believe that.
Digits.
Can't believe that.
It's wild. So thanks for tuning in to the 19th episode of Not Fully Qualified. where can they find us?
You can find us on, I might get it this time, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, and Instagram.
Yeah, that's it. Took us only 19 episodes to land that.
Don't fall asleep.
And please like, review, subscribe, share with a friend who might find it interesting.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you want to hear.
I don't think we've gotten a single comment on a video, on a long form.
Yeah, on a long form. Except for, I think someone did say not another podcast.
Oh yeah, the first one. Forgot about that in the first one.
Our one and only comment.
Someone said not another podcast.
But then we had another nice comment that was like, don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Keep doing you.
Yeah.
So appreciate the support and all the love. And thanks for tuning in to Not Fully Qualified, where none of us really know what we're doing. But
At
we're
all.
doing it
Together.
together. See you next time.